Good morning, and welcome to episode 176 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. Gold and palladium have pulled back slightly on a little bit of profit taking, whereas silver and platinum have held firm. Overall, gold and silver are showing continued strength despite the fact that Western investors have yet to enter this market. So far, this market has been supported by the backbone or the strength of central bank and Asian buying, primarily Chinese buying, both at the retail and the governmental level. So we're seeing a strong rally in gold and silver, a breakout, if you will, and yet Western investors have nothing to do with this marketplace. They, in fact, are selling as much as they are buying for a net zero gain position. Let's take a look at some of the numbers over the past week. Gold is down 2.9% to 2,346.50. It was 2,416.20 this time last week. Silver is up 10 cents or 1/3% to $32. It was $31.90 last week. Platinum unchanged at 1,062. That's exactly where it stood last week. And palladium is down 5.2% to $990 an ounce. It was $1,044 an ounce last week. The gold-silver ratio, the number of ounces of silver it takes to buy an ounce of gold, has dropped, with silver outperforming gold the past week. It stands today at 73.33. Last week we were at 75.74, and just a week before that we were in the mid-80s. So silver is starting to flex its muscle, show a bit of that volatility to the upside in this case as it gets on board with this rally in precious metals. And the dollar, absolutely flat and unchanged. It's at 104.75. That's exactly where it was last week. Now, we have seen this before. We've seen slight pullbacks in profit taking. We've seen little bits of rallies in precious metals that have gone unnoticed, if you will, by investors. Those that took advantage of this back in the aftermath of the COVID pandemic breaking onto the scene are very, very happy that they took steps 3-4 years ago to go ahead and buy some precious metals. Those, I suggest, that buy today will be just as happy. What we're going to see is we're going to see the prices continue to rise. But since investors are not in this marketplace just yet, the premiums on fabricated gold, silver, platinum, palladium coins and bars have not started to tick up yet. So you've got lower prices than you will have in the future, and you have clearly lower premiums on fabricated material than you will see in the future. Once the Western investors start getting into this marketplace, premiums will start to tick up along with the price. Gold and silver will get more expensive in two different ways. Take advantage right now of these low premiums, and yes, even at all-time highs, these low prices in gold, and half of all-time highs, low prices in silver. They are dirt cheap. You got to trust me on this. You're going to look back a year from now and wish you had taken action today. As always, we'd like you to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us, send us your comments and questions. Subscribe to our social media platforms. Subscribe to our twice weekly, Always Something Interesting alerts, our once monthly information line newsletter. But in the end, don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.